What's happening, everybody? Today we have a Voyager Cup final game, and it's a 7-round tournament. I believe it's the biggest Australian tournament thus far, so really exciting to get this far. And I'm using Venusaur, Azu, Altaria, Bastiodon, pretty standard. Also have Raichu, which is there to break up Azumarill and Registeel, so really useful throughout the tournament. Quagsire was a bit of a dead weight. Azumarill pretty much did its job for the most part. But just in case we came across a Melmetal or Deoxys Defense. And my opponent's running Dugong, Umbreon, Medicham, Cherrim, that's a really interesting pick, Stunfisk and Haunter, high risk team. I was speaking to him after the game and he was just saying, yeah, it's a very high risk team and probably not a team he'd always bring in, but just had a bit of fun and had a really good run in the tournament. So we'll get straight into the games, and I believe they will start in his second. And so I'm going to lead Bastiodon, and he leads Umbreon. So I was prepared to lose the matchup because we can use Azu as a safe switch. So we definitely have the better team advantage here. It's just we can't let that Haunter steamroll us. So this is a pretty boring matchup, Bastiodon versus Umbreon, and we're just going to play it out. See if we can possibly grab a shield. Probably not, but we'll see how we go. So I go for the Stone Edge, does neutral damage, and obviously Umbreon just 4 snarls to get to that foul play. The damage does add up, but it doesn't do a whole lot, and I definitely don't need a shield. He bails, so that's fine with us, and we just get to the Stone Edge in time, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure if that kills. In fact, that definitely doesn't kill, because I don't think he did 7 Shadow Punches, but I'm not sure. But we can at least grab a shield back, so worst case scenario, that's fine, and we can let him finish us off, so that's fine. And because of our fast move damage, the Haunt is nearly gone, so that's fine. And we actually survived, so we're in a really good spot, so I'm thinking we need to really stuff this up to lose this game. So he goes into Umbreon, I go into Azu, he stays in, that's fine, so probably just a last resort coming. Don't see a whole lot of Umbreon because I think Steel's kind of do its job for the most part. Does good against Psychics, but very solid pick nonetheless. And he has Stunfisk in the back, which is, I knew he was going to bring Medicham or Stunfisk to answer Bastiodon. Really surprised he didn't bring Dugong. But yeah, this game is our team matchup. We won before the game basically with our team lineup in our lead. So really good game, as we just played out. Keeping Venusaur in, I think I've tried this before, keeping Venusaur on Stunfisk too long can be a bad idea, simply because of the discharge, the Mud Bombs adding up. It only takes, I think, 9 Mud Bombs to get, 9 Thunder Shocks to get 2 Mud Bombs, so it really adds up. And obviously here we just go down, oh no, we get to the Frenzy Plant, so we take out the Umbreon, which is really, really nice. So that's game 1, that goes to us, so really happy with that. And this next game, I have a lot to think about, because I'm looking at his team and I'm thinking, do we go Bastiodon again? I'm kind of fearing that Dugong, but I think Bastiodon has a really good matchup against 4 of his Pokemon, and if he does lead with Stunfisk or Medicham, Azu is a perfect safe switch basically. So that's the plan. I do go back and forth a little bit, but try and stick with my gut. Try and listen to something, I don't know, sometimes there's a voice in my head telling me to do something. I don't know if you guys get that, but that was saying just go Bastiodon, stick with the plan, and that's what we do. So we'll see what he leads. He goes Cherrim, did not expect that, but I suppose, you know, Azu is a fine lead, and also Venusaur, so maybe he was expecting that. And we get to Stone Edge at the same time it gets to a Solar Beam. It takes 7 Bullet Seeds to get to Solar Beam. We can take this, it's going to do a huge amount of damage, that's fine. But we can, we'll be up a shield for sure here, because he definitely does not want to take a Flamethrower, and the fast move damage is adding up. So I believe the next one is 6 Solar Beams, so I think I lost count there, I'm not sure. But I'm thinking this could be a Solar Beam. It's not, it's a Weather Ball, we shield. Probably a bad call, but that's fine. But either way, we win that matchup. So we are even shields and we have switch advantage. Now, it is downhill from here. So So he brings in Stunfisk, so pretty much can go for Venusaur. Possibly could have gone Azu, but I figured Haunter is his win condition here. So that's fine. He takes a hit, and I've lost count here. This is not good. A bit of a choke here. I try and be consistent. I play a lot of GBL, so practice counting there. Probably don't want to lose count in a final, but it happens all the time. It probably happens every game, to be honest. It's quite hard to do. But yeah, double shadow punches me. Really bad. So we're down shields, and now we still have our Azu, but he's up a shield. We can go straight Ice Beam. There's no reason to go for Hydro Pump here. I think one Ice Beam plus enough bubbles. No, I need 2 Ice Beams for sure. He goes Discharge, super effective. So yeah, unlike other Mud Boys, Stunfisk has a lot of play against Azumarill. And all we need to do here is we need to get 2 Ice Beams off. We have a sack swap. We won the lead, and this is where our advantage comes into play. And we don't pull the trigger for some reason. We think because of Thundershock and Bubble, how they work with turns, he's half a turn ahead of me, so I don't think that was a CMP tie. It was just he was ahead of me in turns, because I was still finishing off my Bubble. So it's a bit of a choke there. Really should have tried to catch the sack swap, but that's fine. My opponent played very well from behind, probably why he got this far. So we are in game 3 now. So basically my line has been Venusaur, Azumarill, and Bastiodon. Game 3 we need to switch things up for sure, because he's probably scared of that Bastiodon, because Bastiodon has put in a lot of work. So the plan is, we're not going to bring Bastiodon, and he is going to bring Stunfisk in the lead, or both Stunfisk and Medicham. That's what I'm thinking. We go Azu, we catch the Stunfisk or Medicham, and we can stay in this, and he's going to dip straight away. And I'm thinking we can just, because he's really squishy, the time is not going to run out. When we go to the next Pokemon, we'll grab a shield and we'll dip. Bit of lag there, that's fine. We'll go straight to Altaria. So this was a big call here. Do I think it's a Shadow Ball or a Shadow Punch? He's been hitting me with Shadow Punches all day. It's a Shadow Ball. Luckily we make the right call there. And we know this is definitely not a Shadow Ball. We can farm down and take the energy. So really happy with that. We're in a really good spot here. He brings in Medicham, so I'm not sure what he has in the back, but he definitely needs to Ice Punch and Shield here. So we're just going to let this go. We have that shield, and we can maintain this switch advantage, bringing in our Azumarill, who does really well against this team. So we bring in Azu. He's staying in, which is really interesting. So I'm thinking, why is he staying in? We don't need a shield. He hits us with Psychic. Didn't see that coming, and you don't see that often, so that's kind of cool. Maybe he wanted to catch Venusaur, stuff like that. Here comes Stunfisk. That's game over, I think. We can go straight Hydro Pump and bring in our Venusaur. Doesn't really matter at this point, so we don't need to shield this. He goes for Discharge. Probably just doesn't care at this point. And I bring... so yeah, Venusaur's here to close the deal against Medicham. So we win that pretty easily, that game, but he was definitely a tough opponent. Landing the lead, we get a bit of lag here, but that's fine. But yeah, pretty much, I think this tournament for me, I pretty much won the tournament because of my picks, not so much my play. So I really need to work on how I play, but my team and the way I picked leads and trying to read the opponent's team and trying to scare people off stuff in game 3 or game 2 really helps. So it doesn't always work, but worked this time. So thanks for watching, and all the best with your, I think you've all done your regionals, but all the best with the rest of your tournaments, and good luck in Forest Cups. It should be good. And also I want to give a quick shout out to South Australian PvP, Youngster 4, and also Big T. They're my Silph groups. So thanks guys, and see you guys next time.